Welcome to another podcast with the mighty yet humble Jill Eckersley.
And
Humble yet mighty.
the humble yet mighty Terry Eckersley.
Welcome. Thanks for jumping on. Please like, comment, share these broadcasts and give us your thoughts and opinions below. We're going to be talking tonight, Jill, about navigating social media stress. What do you think about that?
I think that's a very interesting subject.
Totally relevant. We're talking about it this morning where you see people, when you've not got your phone with you, when you're not guilty of it, you see people stood like phone zombies, like people used to be on that drug Spice years ago. Now they're on the drug phone, like paralysed in the street. Or you see other people just walking, not looking where they're going. Anybody could be coming. So it's a big, big deal for the 21st century, Jill. So we're going to explore the impact of social media on mental health and strategies to manage it. So let's explore it. And we're going to do a podcast coming up about loneliness. And it's interesting how those two things are linked. Because you can be lonely and spend a lot of time on your phone. And we're all guilty of spending a lot of time on our phones now, because it's not just a phone, it's a computer, it's our emails, it's our text, it's our bank, it's so many apps. So before we start, I'll tell you, we take 2 days a week off social media, and it's changed our lives, hasn't it?
It definitely makes a big difference. Yeah.
Changed our lives. You can't avoid, you can't get in denial through scrolling, through being a workaholic. So you have to rest. And it's interesting because at the end of our 2 days of rest, I'm like, I'm bored, Jill. But that's okay, because our bodies need rest, and it can feel like boring, especially when you've been getting so many dopamine hits from being a workaholic, or through images that come at you, or news media, or everything. So that's what we do, and we'd encourage other people, turn your phone off at least 1 day a week. And I know some people just wouldn't do it. We did it because I had to do it, because I was sick of burning out every couple of years. 2 or 5 years, I'd hit the wall. I'd get pain in my neck and shoulders. I'd have to go to the doctors, and then here we go again. And I decided I'm not doing it. So that's the way that we broke it, isn't it?
Absolutely.
By agreeing together to do that. So, interesting as well, social media, the place where everyone's life is perfect except yours. So you can end up in the law or the life of comparison. Oh, I wish I had their designer clothes. I wish I was by a pool. I wish I was on this beach and my life's just perfect and perfect. And as we're finding out more and more, these people whose lives you thought were perfect, they're everything but perfect. It's just a charade. It's just PR. Do you want to talk about that, Jill?
Yeah, that's interesting, because there's a lot of people, they use this word influencer, don't they? So clearly people are influencing you, and definitely, Instagram is mainly for selling. Or if you are interested in something that you want to buy, you'd look on Instagram for things like that. People use it for that. But if you imagine, a lot of these influencers are either being given things, or they're just using it for that moment and then giving it back. So sometimes you can aspire to thinking, I want to be like this person, when they're not living like that at all. So I think you're right there with this sort of the social media sort of hint. How do people get to know people and see what life is really like?
What's and
Or
all.
yeah, what's and all, but equally being satisfied, with where you're at. And, I don't know, life has changed quite drastically because of those things. And there's obviously more to talk about, but yeah, I think it's a very good tool for a very, very bad master, isn't it? Because you're right, and it's like the song in The Greatest Showman, isn't it? There's never enough.
Never enough, never enough. And come on now. So we're encouraging people, be wise about phone usage, screen time, and enjoy life. Go for a walk, go for a meal, have some face-to-face time with your family and friends, your loved ones, your husband, your wife. Don't get caught up in just being online all the time. So here we go. Social media stress, anxiety or discomfort stemming from the use of social media platforms, often due to comparison or online interactions. We've just said that about comparisons. Don't compare yourself with other people. You're unique. You're perfectly imperfect like all of us. Stick in your lane. Be your magnificent self. Do that. You can be inspired and influenced by people. We are. I am. But be yourself. Everybody else is taken, somebody once said.
Yeah.
The illusion of perfection is what I just said. Discuss how social media creates unrealistic standards and its effect on self-esteem. So yes, so then people think, oh, well, I've not got the latest designer clothes. Oh, I'm not going to beautiful places with beautiful people. So I'll feel shame, guilt, and then I'll medicate. And you're medicated by use of media too much. Then you'll medicate with alcohol, drugs, pornography. That's a whole other thing. And it's like everything's driving people to loneliness, to isolation. And that's what all addictions do. Drugs, you end up alone. Alcohol, you end up alone. You know, it might start glamorous and parties, and they have that word social drugs, you know, like ecstasy and things. But you end up in a terrible state, alone, broke, busted, and disgusted. So we're encouraging people to get healthy and to get away. Healthy consumption offers strategies for managing social media use, like curating feeds and digital detoxes. Yeah, I'm quick to block people, delete block if people are rude, aggressive, abusive. A lot of people do that. You don't know them. They'll come on whatever. We just had some interesting quotes, I'm sure you can imagine, on an interview we did with a local politician. So I tried to be like, oh, I don't understand, what do you mean? And they'd be rude again. So I just blocked them off the feed. And I do it ruthlessly, and Jill knows this. And somebody encouraged me the other day, said, Terry, you're very good at this. Well, I am, because you need to be. If you're alive in this day and age, and it's like, especially if you're a Christian, because it's like, oh, you call yourself a Christian, you block me. And people are travel agents for guilt trips when they're being rude and not nice with you. Well, no, block, no need. Somebody I'd not seen spoke to you for 10 years, not seen them before that for 20 years, and they wanted to play us like a fiddle for their own ends and for their own means, and we said no. And it was getting into a circular argument or a circular nonsense from them, so I just blocked them. And another colleague who was involved with it said, Terry, you're very good at that. Well, because the Lord is my cup and my portion, my lot is secure, the boundary lines for me have fallen in pleasant places, surely I have a godly inheritance. Well, to get the godly inheritance, peace, joy, righteousness, you need to block people through pleasant boundaries.
Yeah, it's not all the time. But it's interesting, and I think that's, like you've just said, you see people, if you don't know somebody and they're commenting on something on social media, if you don't know them, I find it interesting that people find it difficult to block somebody they don't know, giving an opinion that they don't agree with. So you just think, well, they don't have access, do they? Obviously, if somebody has access to you, and again, it can be tone or something, so obviously don't block everybody. Terry doesn't mean that, just in case anybody thinks that.
I didn't say block everybody.
No, I know.
I said block people who are rude.
I understand. Some people hear things differently.
No, Jill's being here extra sensitive and kind and caring and a nice Christian when you don't need to be.
No, I blocked somebody recently who put a weird comment on our food bank page, which was nonsense. So I don't know this person, they don't have access, so I blocked them and delete the comment because it was unnecessary and we don't know them. So there you go. So I don't have a problem with that at all. But you're right, people sometimes do have a problem blocking people.
Of course they do. Just exactly what you did, honestly. Yeah. You was covering for me, saying, oh, Terry doesn't mean block everybody. I never said that. I said, I block people who are unkind or rude or abusive. But Indeed. It's like Christians have got this thing where, oh, I'm a nice Christian, I need to explain myself and pussyfoot around. You don't. What is wrong with you? Anyway, offer managing strategies for managing social media use, like curating feeds and digital detoxes. We have a digital detox, and we have a rest, 2 days off a week, which is normal. I'm a recovering workaholic, but also things that people, you know, if people wind you up or whatever, or you get in a law of comparison, you can mute them. You don't just need to block.
Yes.
You can mute so you don't see it. You don't need to have things going in your eyes
Yeah.
and your ears, if you're listening, that are not good for you. None of us need it.
No.
I've got a spitting lyrics quote for you, for all you our young followers. Scroll with care, don't let it define. Your worth is real, let your light shine. So that's good. So scroll with care.
Yes.
Scroll with care. Watch your eye gate. Come on now. And what's the Bible verse, Pastor Terry? I'm glad you asked. Proverbs 4:23. Do you know what that is, Jill? You should know it. Remember it. Above all else, above everything, above everything, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Out of it flow the issues of life, or another translation says, out of it flow the boundaries of life.
Yes.
So you guard your heart. Once your heart's guarded, when anything comes at that, boom, you guacamole it. Smack, smack.
Absolutely.
From a guarded heart.
Very good.
Hebrew meaning, lev, meaning heart, representing the emotional core and the importance of protecting it. Your emotional core. Come on, all the ladies say amen.
Amen.
Come on. Protect your emotional core. Don't get lost in the estrogenic maze. Amen.
Well,
That's why you need a good, loving man around you.
absolutely.
Greek meaning cardia.
Cardia.
Yeah, well, you know what that cardiac arrest, cardia,
Heart.
things of the heart, emphasizing the need to safeguard. Come on, we talk about safeguarding in what we do in charity and church and young people and vulnerable people. I'm talking about safeguarding one's emotional well-being. That's powerful, isn't it, Jill?
That. Very good.
And if you can't safeguard that, you can't safeguard other people. And a lot of people who I've had to challenge, discipline, help with safeguarding, they haven't safeguarded the heart. They've let people in the heart. They've not maintained professional boundaries or spiritual boundaries. So this is very, very good. Do you like this, Jill?
I do. Very good.
How can we avoid the pitfalls of comparison when scrolling, Jill? 3-word answers. We'll do these quick.
Okay.
How can we avoid the pitfalls of comparison when scrolling?
Don't follow accounts that are not aligned with your values, I would say.
Or would trigger you to comparison?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Both. No, it's a good answer. It's good. What are some healthy social media habits we can adopt? I've got one. Turn your volume off on your phone. You don't need pings, pangs, pongs, dings and dongs. I helped Jill with this, didn't I?
Absolutely.
We don't have our notifications on. That's one thing. What are some healthy social media habits we can adopt, Jill?
Yeah, those ones that you've just said.
Any more?
Think of another
It's
one
all right.
anymore
You
now.
can't think. It's all right. It's not a quiz show. You're all right. Anecdote. Share a funny experience of misrepresenting a social media post. Have you got one? Have you got a funny experience of something?
Of sharing something?
Yeah, or something that's happened on social media.
No, I can't think of any now.
Well, that's okay. Have you got any that you've done? Any social media faux pas or anything? Or any, I mean, yes, you know what my biggest enemy is, don't you?
Grammar.
Spell check. Autocorrect.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever done anything on social media? It's autocorrected. And it's.
Sending messages to people.
Have you ever sent anything?
Not anything rude, I don't think.
Oh, that's good.
Something that it might have changed a word and it sounds funny. That's
Yeah, my biggest enemy is spell check. Enemy. It's a joke.
I must admit, I think people can overshare on social media and then they're open to people commenting because you have given them permission.
Done an emotional fart.
Yeah, no, it's not always necessarily that, is it? But you don't need to share everything about your life, where you are, what you're doing, on social media. If you want to do that, that's great. But sometimes it's good for people not to know your business because people are nosy.
Yeah, it's called a private life
Yeah.
for a reason. Anyway, closing thoughts. Inspire listeners to enhance their social media experience and focus on real life connections. That
Yes.
says it all.
I think that's good.
Enhance your social media experience. You know, post vision, dreams, good things that are happening. We'll post stuff when we go out for a meal or just to show that we're not just all ministry, work, that we do rest. And we help promote places that we go to. So it's good for cross promotion and business and helping people succeed and be blessed, taking the blessing and encouraging others. We do that. Inspire listeners to enhance their social media experience. Use good tools. Use the best. I mean, there's always a temptation. Oh, use the lowest one where you don't pay and it's got their thing on it.
Yeah.
Use the best, pay, it'll be excellent. Do things excellently in business, in life, in ministry, in relationships. All this equipment is the best equipment you can get with the budget we had. The next budget we're going up, we're going for like super professional stuff. And we're going there. And focus on real life connections. Have a coffee. If you go for a coffee or a meal with somebody or you're with people, put your phone in your pocket, turn it off. We've still got one or two people when we go on a social and take the leadership team and stuff, and they've got the phone and they're on the phone. Don't do that. Put it away. Talk to people. Build relationships and life. So thanks for tuning in. The next episode that we're going to do is overcoming loneliness. You enjoyed that, Jill?
Yeah, very good.
Good, wasn't it?
Excellent, yeah.
Stay blessed. We love you and we'll see you soon. Terry and Jill from River Network in the heart of Derbyshire, in the heart of the UK. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell us what you think below. See you soon. Ciao for now.